My dear brothers and sisters, in Kohima, Imphal, in the northeast, there is a war cemetery where several people had died in a war. And there is the epitaph. It is written there, when you go home, tell your people that for your tomorrow, we gave our today. Words which make us meditate and know that people sacrifice their life, not just like that in a war, but because they had the good of the people in them. We are celebrating Good Friday, and it is rightly called the Good Friday, not because we are celebrating some festivity, but because we are celebrating the goodness of Jesus Christ. Not merely because he suffered, he was hanged and he died, but because the reason why he suffered. The reason what he suffered was because he loved us from all eternity. His love was so intense. My dear friends, I'm reminded of a mother who is giving birth to a child for the first time. And now the doctor tells her, look, there is a problem. Either you can be saved or the child can be saved. And the lesser evil would be, since the child is not yet born, it is better to get rid of the child. But mother says, no, I would rather die for the child. Let the child live. Now that is a noble thought. And this is exactly what Jesus did for us. It was difficult for anyone to understand the sacrifice of Jesus. Cross was something that was cursed. Cursed be the man that died on a tree. That is exactly the book of Deuteronomy said. And hence, no one liked to die on a cross. It was given to those type of criminals who were the worst criminals in the world. And yet, Jesus, who is innocent, Jesus full of truth, Jesus full of love, is given this punishment. And the people know that what they are doing is wrong. Pilate, for example, knows very well that Jesus is innocent. He doesn't want to get rid of him. He tells his people, what wrong has he done? Why should I not leave him? But people don't want that. They don't want to stand by the truth. They would rather get rid of him than live according to his ways. My dear brothers and sisters, more than 2,000 years have passed and this man was killed. This man was hanged on a tree, on a cross. And today, millions and millions of people followed in his footprints. We know some of them like Mahatma Gandhi, like many others, like Abraham Lincoln, who gave liberty to the black people. They all died. And Jesus had said this, unless the grain of wheat dies, it cannot bear fruit. Just think of wheat. If it is just kept somewhere, can it bear fruit? It cannot. Someone found some of these grains in the tomb where the mummies were laid. After nearly 2,000 or 3,000 years later, the grains were intact. Someone put them in the mud and they germinated, which means life was still there. The life of Jesus is still there after his death because it was a life of love. It is a life of sacrifice. And that is exactly what he gave us. And that is done each day of our life. When my mother dies for me, when my father flocks for me, my brothers and sisters work for me, and some of the good politicians work for the nations, and some of the great heroes die in the war, they are all sacrificing their life, not without any cause, but because there is a greater cause than their life itself. And therefore, we salute them. And we today salute Jesus Christ. He is the King of our heart. He has done something that is unimaginable. And yet he has all done it out of love. His crown of thorns, the humiliation that he has undergone, the spitting that has been done on him, the remarks that were pronounced against him, the rejection by the people who said, crucify him, all that has gone to help us relive. Relive according to the values of love, according to the values of goodness that He has given us. My dear brothers and sisters, I am sure you and I will be participating in various ceremonies. But more than that, I need to know His love, the intense love with which He loved me, loved you, loved the whole mankind, whereby He died that we may live and live forever. So, I invite you, let us meditate, let us walk with the Lord, so that we may understand the sacrifice that He has made for us, and we too may in turn, walking with the simple people, poor people, ordinary people, people who are suffering, may be solace in all their sufferings. Thank you, and God bless you.